Hello, custom car enthusiasts, and welcome back to Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. So in this episode, we're going to work on at least one car, maybe a couple here, in order to get to the next level, so we can get to the next story mission. Let's see what we got available. We got a hot rod there, a little economy car. Willie's Jeep, that sort of sounds like it could be fun. I think I'm going to probably take that one. Sort of a luxury car. Oh, their motorhome, but we did one of those already. We got this one, and then we've got this Hellcat here. So you know what? Let's go ahead and take two cars. We're going to get them done in this episode, hopefully. So let's go back in here, and let's get this Hellcat as well. Both, I think, are gearbox issues, so nothing really too outstanding. I do love that sticking through the hood that way. That's awesome. Let's see here. So we got general gearbox and control repair. Alright. Can this one move to the test path? Yes. Yes, it can. Alright, so that's a good thing. This is a really pretty Jeep. I love the blue color. Needs some work, but not terrible. Grinding and shaking from gearbox. So that's the gearbox itself. We'll have to see on the other parts. Let's go ahead and move it over to car lifter B for now, and we'll test path it once we get done with the first one. Actually, we probably don't need a test path it for the gearbox. Really, this one, I just want to hear this engine, because I do love the Hellcat engines. That is a unique sound to it. This one, they did say handling, so it might actually have some suspension issues as well. So that's not a bad thing for us to be testing here. We'll see on it. Nothing wrong with the front suspension. Alright, doesn't look like it's actually the suspension that's the issue. It might not be handling, it might be performance of the engine. Let's move it to car lifter A, and then we'll take a look and run some tests on it. Let's go ahead in here, get our test equipment out. Let's start with the tire tread tester, because I don't think that's going to be an issue. We know the gearbox is a problem, so we will be going to that area, but let's see what else we got. Fuel pressure test. Really would love to rebuild this engine, but I don't think that's being needed here, and so unfortunately we're going to not do that. Right, too old of an engine, doesn't have the sensors to it. Let's see how the compression is. Yeah, everything seems okay there, so unfortunately it doesn't look like it's an engine rebuild. Alright, well let's pull the gearbox and then we'll see if that takes care of all the issues or not. Gearbox control and repair. Alright, let's get up here, get this drive shaft off. And we really didn't need much to get to the next level here, so this car will almost undoubtedly do it by itself. But as I said, having a Willys Jeep available, just had to take that out. Here we go. We got the release bearing, the pressure plate, the clutch plate itself, and the flywheel. That's probably all the parts that we needed. Yep, that's everything. You know what? Let's go here as well, because it's pretty much the same parts, I think, that are going to be taken off. This is definitely one of those that I would love to build from scratch. I think that would be a lot of fun. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to have to take off these parts. Oh, I have to get the starter from the engine bay on this one. Alright, well let's go ahead and take off these drive shafts. Alright, drop it down. We'll get the starter off. And then we can get this gearbox out of here. Yeah, I mean, either one of these cars, though, I would love to get and just rebuild from scratch, including bodywork, everything of that nature. The thought of it's definitely exciting, and I can't wait till we get to that point in the game where I can just do that. Alright, that should be all the parts. Oops. There we go. Yep, all the parts that we need are off. Let's see if we can repair any of them for either vehicle. Might as well. I mean, even though these parts aren't necessary to be repaired, why not? Make the vehicles a little bit better. Alright, so here we have the parts that we need. We're basically going to need 2 of each one. So we need 2 clutch plates, 2 clutch pressure plates, 2 clutch release bearings, 2 flywheels, and then we're going to need the 2 different gearboxes. Alright, so I'm not even going to bother doing this off camera because it's going to be fairly quick here. Let's just put in clutch. We're going to need 2 clutch plates. Sort of funny with 2 cars having the exact same issues to it. 2 of the pressure plates, 2 of the bearings. Then we need some flywheel. There we go. We'll get those 2, and now we just need to shop around for the gearboxes. So let's see. Get rid of all the junk parts. Make the little bit of money we can off of them. Even though we're doing 2 vehicles, this might be a fairly fast little rebuild here. Fairly fast video overall. Alright, so we need a 14C gearbox. We'll get that one first. Gearbox 14C. And of course it's not going to show it to me that way, so let's just go gearbox and we're going to have to look through them. There we go, there's the 14C. I believe that's what I'm needing. Yep, that was that one. Perfect. Then we need the VH OHV. Gearbox V8 OHV. There we go. That should be it. That is. That's why I always save the part until I'm ready to. Then when I've purchased the new one already, because I want to inspect and ensure that I've got the right part here. So let's go ahead and mount the flywheel. We'll mount the clutch plate. We'll get the clutch pressure plate on here. Get the clutch release bearing on. Get the brand new gearbox put into place. Now with this way, I can put the transfer case back on, and I can get all the stuff done underneath the car first. Then I can put the starter back on from up top. Alright, we got that drive shaft in place. All that's all nice and cleaned up. We even improved their starter and such for them. So, car overall is going to be really nice. Little touches. They didn't ask for them, but you know what? Might as well. Because once again, I care about doing this, I would say, better than standard job on a vehicle. So, there we go. That one's good to go. That took care of all their problems. We'll go ahead and finish that order. That did not actually get us that far along, so we might actually need to do one more vehicle here. Who knows? Alright, let's go ahead up here. We'll put the flywheel in place. We'll put the clutch plate in place. Clutch pressure plate, same as before. The release bearing. There we go. The new gearbox. The drive shaft. And then the new starter, or the repaired starter. There we go. That should take care of that one. It's done. Alright, fix your first bolt Hellcat. Alright, sweet. So we got an achievement for it. Didn't get enough experience, but we got an achievement. Ooh, that sort of looks pretty. We got a Porsche as a possibility, a Bentley. Alright, so the Bentley, the Porsche, or this. These are the three options. You know what? I like the look of this. We're going to take that order because I don't want to lose it. The Porsche. Car is hard to control. Then the Bentley. Brake problems, general gearbox. Transmission not responsive. Not sure we've done a Bentley. But you know what? I think this other car, we've got enough going on with it here. Let's see. It's a very pretty car, even though it's really worn. Lack of engine power. Vehicle cannot be started. Loud exhaust. Repair body parts. So this one's a full-on work in progress here. So let's go ahead and take it. We'll move it over to the lifter. First things first, let's get the parts we need. So what kind of car is this again? CO Hardfly. And we are going to need a hood, a trunk to start with. Alright, so let's go in here. Let's go with Hardfly. CO Hardfly, we need a hood and a trunk, we know. Alright, so we got that. Let's see, where's the trunk? There's the trunk. Perfect. So let's remove this. Remove this. Put in the new parts. Nope, that was wrong. Hit the wrong button there, very unfortunate. There we go. Alright, new hood on. New trunk on. There we go, those are in place. Let's see, what's next? We need a front right fender and a left tail light, front window. Alright, so front right fender. Front right fender. There we are. Left tail light. Front window. What other parts? Left body window A and front right door window. Front body window A. I need to check on these because I'm getting them confused in my mind. Right, left body window and right door window. Right door window. Right door window. There's the right door window. And then it's left body window A. There we go. Alright, so we'll remove that. We'll remove that. We'll remove that. Get that out. Put that one in. Front right fender. so that should take care of all the parts that we were replacing on this. Yes, all of those are taken care of, so now let's scrap these. Alright, let's put it up in the air. We'll take off the exhaust as need be. So we're tackling the smallest issues first. Alright, so there's the exhaust piece that's obviously bad. Let's go along it though, just to see. Doesn't look like any major issues on that side or on that side. So it's just the one piece. Yep, just that piece there. Vehicle cannot be started and lack of engine power. So it doesn't look like it's going to be a full-on rebuild of this engine. Alright, rear muffler V8 OHV. Let's go into parts here. Rear muffler V8 OHV. There we go. Let's get that part in. Put in the new part. There we go. Perfect. Scrap the old piece of junk. Now let's drop this down and hope that by doing some tests on it, we can figure out what is wrong with the engine. Starter looks good, so it doesn't look like the starter's at fault. We definitely have some parts here that are problems. So let's see. Don't think the tires are anything that we have to worry about. They didn't say anything about it, but since I'm in here, might as well do the tests. Yeah, tires are fine. Let's go ahead and do electronic meter because it might be a dead battery. That might be causing it not to start properly. Ignition coil B. Interesting. Alright, so that's one of the issues we got. Compression tester. Make sure that we're good on compression. We're good there, so it really doesn't look like a full engine rebuild. Don't think we got an OBD. No, we don't. So let's see here about fuel pressure test. Fuel pump and the fuel filter are also shot. Alright, so let's see where that got us on our list here. So the fuel pump, fuel filter, and the fuel pump is on that list there as well. Alright, so let's go to the back of the car here first if we can. Trying to just make my way along without having to get out of the area. There we go. Fuel pump's been pulled out. Let's see what we see with this engine. The ignition coil, definitely. Fuel filter. Battery is okay. I think I'm actually going to have to take this engine apart. Crazy as that sounds. I'm somewhat shocked, but I think I'm going to have to. I wasn't expecting to, really. Fuel filter. Fuel pump. Ignition. Coil B. Alright, so we've got those parts ready to go back on the car. Huh. This one's a bit of a shocker to me. I didn't expect it to be that long of a fix for the vehicle, but looks like it might actually be. Alright, we got those parts in. Is there any chance that the car will start now? Yeah, can start the engine. Huh. Let's go ahead and take those off. I'm thinking electrical still. That's why I'm not pulling the whole engine out. The ignition distributor rotor is there. So that's why it can't be started. Alright. Ignition distributor rotor. There we go. It's amazing how such a simple part can cause such big issues. Let's take this stuff over to the workbench. I might have been able to actually fix these parts. My mistake on that. Alright. Well, you know what? That's fine. Let's go ahead and put that back in place. Couldn't fix that part, but we did fix this. We fixed that piece. And so now it should, in theory, start. Oh, never mind. These wires have to go too. Alright, let's get rid of the garbage here overall and sell this one. We'll make 50 bucks back on it, sure. Ignition wires for a V8. Ignition wires, V8. There we go. Alright. So we've got one part that we haven't discovered yet. That's what's interesting me. Lack of engine power. Now, in theory, the car should start. Yeah, car starts now. So let's put it over on the test path. Oh, we are missing a headlight here. Whoops. I need to go buy a headlight because I probably sold that on him. Right side headlight. There we go. That's my mistake. There we go. Fix this car that way. Let's take it to the test track. Hopefully something will pop up here because I'm really at a loss. I hate to disassemble this whole engine over something minor. Whoop. Whoopsie. Took that corner a little bit too hard there. Well, good thing it doesn't have collision damage. Because otherwise that new hood and stuff that I put on would now be toast. Brakes aren't bad. Alright, will you tell me anything here? Because I'm at a loss. No. Nothing. Huh. Alrighty then. Let's move it back over here and we're going to try and inspect it. Because I really don't want to get far into the engine for some minor thing. I just can't figure out what it could be. Yes, the battery's been tested. Could it be the air filter? Could that honestly be it? Oop. It was the air filter. Alright. I'm there trying to figure it all out. Alright, we got the air filter, so it's a round air filter 2 carb. That took a little bit more than I thought it was going to. Round air filter 2 carb. There we go. As I said, sometimes it's easier to rebuild the cars from scratch than it is doing this, because this is sort of a needle in a haystack. Since I took some parts off, I just broke it instead. Round air filter 2 carb cover. Now I have to buy a new one. Wow. Well, it's $31. I'm trying to be nice to the guy. Just not as my day here, evidently. At least it looks pretty on there. Take your garbage car and get it out of my shop. Alright. We have made it to the next level. That, as I said, was shockingly more challenging than I had expected. Let me put these things over here so I don't forget about them. I am hoping that by right-clicking I am putting them over here, but I believe I am. Yeah, definitely am. Alright, perfect. So I've got all those stored in the warehouse here. Let's see what the next car is up that we're going to have. A little economy car. Not going to read it over. We'll save that for the next episode. Let's see. What do we have here? Shows you the average car value of a car auction. Alright. Instantly examine 9 parts. Faster per examination. And really, none of these matter to me. I guess I'll go with this one. I mean, really, it's getting here that I'm caring about, because this will allow me to get more stuff. Oh, I mean, that'll be cool too when we get there. As will that. I think this means I'll pretty much be able to have parts automatically repaired. Don't know. But really, as I said, getting to level 30 here is going to be the biggest one. We get that paint booth in, and I am so looking forward to that. It's paint shop, a dyno, and another lift to the garage. Don't care about the lift. The dyno will be cool, and the paint shop is just going to be an awesome thing to have. Then 35 here when we can repair body parts. Yeah, really, this is, once I get this, then I can go ahead and be really well off overall. But this one is the major one. Once I get to level 27, or to level 30, I mean, going to be very happy with that. But this episode ended up being a little bit longer than I had expected. If you enjoyed what I did in the episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again for more of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018.